Hello, nerds! Hey, clap, clap, clap. Yeah, boo, 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 boo. What's up, everybody? How you doing out there? It's me, the Bestie Boy, back again. Another episode of Talking Pirates. What is going on, gamers? It's a pleasure to be with you, as always. Forgive the slightly abbreviated setup here, or the slightly deficient setup. I am lacking in my normal stream setup. I'm not at my usual attack station, so I have to adapt. We have to stick and move. So I have no soundboard. I know. I'm so sorry, everyone. You're going to have to just listen to me talk. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I have to yell. Ah! Oh, and wait, I did prepare one. I have one sound effect. Are you ready? Are you ready for the one sound effect I put on deck? Here it is.
Thank you, Baxter.
Thank you, Baxter. Can we get some a T?
Thank you, Baxter.
T for thank you, Baxter, in the chat, everybody. Yes, it feels good. It's a pleasure to be with you all. All right, great. Thank you. Forgive me. Yes, thank you, Baxter. You can all thank Baxter for this lovely stream that we're all going to be consuming here today. I will make the sounds myself, indeed. All right, let's now let me make sure everything's working correctly, because again, things are a little fucked. All right, let's go to the chapter. Wha-bam. Oh, wait, that's the wrong thing. Wha-bam. There it is. Now, I want to know if I can see the cursor, because I actually do like to have the cursor be, like, visible. Hang on. If I... Okay, I need to fuck with this thing for a second here. Oh, okay, you can see the cursor. Okay, good. So I put this here. I should be able to make this thing happen. Actually, if I minimize this... All right, forgive me, everybody. I can actually, like, barely see the stream. Or the chat while I'm doing this. Yes, the American people are tired of Wano. You got that right, brother. Let's just jump into it, shall we? Yeah, I'll try to do the IRL fart sound. You know. I can't get reverb though. It's fart with reverb specifically. Forgive me, everyone. So I haven't. Again, I have got to look down for the chat. I've got to look up for the chapter. So this might be a little bit of a slightly different than normal. But hey, what can you do? But hey, don't forget, people, I'm doing this right now so that we don't miss our window. This is oh man, you know me. You know I love me some hype, boys. You know I love me hype. You know I love big number. You know when I like the dopamine. I like when big thing happen. I like when character show up, when another character do thing. You know, I clap. I clap when I see a character that I recognize. And that's what we're really here to talk about here today. When I recognize a character, when number go up, that is just, that is what it's all for. At the end of the day, that is what it is all for. So, bend over and take it. That's the motto of my stream. That's the motto of One Piece. Bend over and take it. All right, so, okay, let me again make sure I've got the chapter up properly. There it is. Okay, good. We got the cursor. Okay, let's get into this week's chapter of Destiny Piece, shall we? All right, 10:53. God damn it. Okay, yeah, it's so fucking hard to see the chat right now. Usually I've got it, like, pulled up in a very helpful way. All right, I'm just gonna, like, hold it on the side here. Jesus Christ. You know what? Chosen Unbread, hype piece unironically better than Destiny Piece. Consider that. Consider that question right there. You know, that's a tough one. I don't know. Did you fix your squat? Well, T, I definitely put effort into having borderline perfect squat form, to do which I lowered the amount slightly. So I definitely did do pretty good on Monday on my leg day. So yes, but you see, okay, right now I need number to go up. I want number go up. Please, number, can I get an N for number go up in the chat, please? Ha ha ha, yes, I like when number go up. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, glad we're on the same page here. That's really, I'm a hypocrite. What can I say? I want number go up. Yes, N's in the chat. Flooding. Perfect. We'll get back to that later on, shall we? Okay, thank you. Thank you for the strength. I can feel my power level rising. Very good. Okay, chapter 1053 of everyone's favorite Destiny show called One Piece. All right. Hey, remember the movie. People, there's a movie coming out about One Piece. It's called One Piece, This Girl. God, okay, all right, it's fine, you know, it's fine. All right, it's just, it's like this Netflix meme, right, you know? like it's a distraction from what actually matters, and it might fuck up everything. You know, or like the fucking reveal, Raftel, you all know what it is, you know. Whatever. Like, is there going to be some Shanks lore? Almost without a doubt, yes. Because, you know, okay, not to get too cynical right off the bat, but I just want to say that, like, the way that the Raftel reveal came in a movie and not the series makes it feel like Oda, or maybe, you know, Shonen Jump, I'm just saying, in that example, which was a total hack move, it was like the actual valuable thing of, like, lore or, like, clarifications, things that matter to the plot of One Piece are being utilized purely from a marketing perspective to make people go see this movie. And again, I understand from day one, marketing has been like a huge factor of One Piece. Right? Obviously true. Oh wait, okay, what do we got? Who's that there? That was The Singed. Good to be back as a sub. Arigato. Wait, I've got the thing.
Thank you, Baxter.
Thank you, Baxter. Thank you, Baxter. Appreciate that. In before Uta is Uranus, that'd be great. You know, hey man, I just anything that gets in the way of me and my goddamn precious manga of One Piece needs to go. Dr. Feelgood, okay, you know what it is, Dr. Feelgood. Wait, is that Dr. Feelgood PhD? It is. Sorry, gotta get the credentials correct. The fuck is it? Here it is.
Thank you, Baxter.
A strong thank you, Baxter. Okay, it's like utilizing lore to sell product. Like, that is utilizing hype to sell product. Like, that I can somewhat understand. Utilizing lore, and again, some people have made the retarded argument right? That, like, the Raftel Laugh-Tale clarification isn't lore. Those people are lying to you. They are false flag operators. They are mainstream media cucks, and they're not to be trusted. They're fake news peddlers, and they've got to go. All right, who was that? Speaking of which, Vindelishi. Vindelissi. Can I get a...
Thank you, Baxter.
There it is. There you go. Okay. I guess this is another girl. I don't know. She is cute. Again, this girl is cute too. But every moment I wake up... Oh, is it Otto? I guess Otto over here. And Uta. Okay, whatever. Fine. One Piece Odyssey. I don't even know. New make. I recognize this kanji a little bit. Yeah, I don't care about One Piece either. Yeah, I'm in it for the idols. Okay, let's move on, shall we? Oda, what do you have to say for yourself? How do you defend your hackery this week? Oh, wait, before we get into it, okay, as we get here, all right, you know, once again, it's time to bet it all, baby. All right, right now, go to American. Go to the YouTube right now and start your, not the YouTube, the Twitch, the twitch.tv/whatever. All right, let's check our last poll, shall we? Are we going to go all in this week? Let's find out. Everyone's favorite gambling stream, Talking Pirates. All right, last week we got... Okay, where to go? Oh, I hope I didn't fuck up everything. Okay, check it out. Can you see this right now? I think you can. All right, last week. All right, it was a strong showing for Goda. All right, even though I think Hakta had a strong chance there, you know. Go get your daddy's credit card. Obviously, go get those Buckaroo points, Buckaroo bits, whatever the fuck. It's time to bet. Goda or Hakta once again. Okay, so let me move this back. Forgive me if I fuck up everything as I try to make this happen. Okay, this goes over here. Hang on, I gotta fix my windows. Again, I'm in a cucked setup right now. Please do understando. Hang on, did I fuck up everything? I did. I fucked up everything.
That's pretty good, right?
God, oh God. Bear with me. That is pretty good, right? Hang on. Who was that? That was Lagmeister 4000. Okay. Oh God, all my fucking windows. See, normally I have two windows. Right now I have one window. Could it be easy money? I don't know, but I do know that it is. That it is.
Thank you, Baxter.
A big thank you, Baxter, for me. Okay. Jared Leto, my favorite actor. Okay. All right. Okay. So here we go. Star prediction. Here we go, people. It's time to vote. That's what we're doing right now. Is it Goda or Hakta? Vote now. Start the prediction. Don't show it again. Yeah, fuck off. And go. Vote now immediately. Is this chapter Goda or is it Hakta? And at the end, we will decide. How do you vote? I think something like pops up on screen. You vote if it's going to be Goda or Hakta, and at the end of the stream, we will determine cosmically whether it was in fact Goda or Hakta, and then the winner gets the points or something. I don't know. It's Morbid time, right? Okay, here we go. And let's go to the chapter again. And the poll is up. Okay, all right, we're all good. Okay, here we go. I swear I'm not a late teacher. I was Chromecasting on the kitchen TV the whole time. Not good enough, Axier. Not good enough. You need to turn every screen in your house to point to the live stream that is Talking Pirates, everybody's favorite live stream in the world. All right, so fix that next time. Okay, Oda, defend your hackery this week. Here we go. Oda says, I'll be taking a small break now. A small break of $1 million, probably. In the meantime, please check out the Uta updates posted by Jump along with her music video. Okay, that's fine. I know he's got his stuff to shell, things I don't care about at all. He's wasting his time with Netflix stuff, which I think that trip got canceled, but whatever. He's wasting his time with this movie. Whatever. Get back to the goddamn manga, please. ASAP, Oda. It's all I care about. And the movies these days do more harm than good if the recent ones stampede or anything to go by. So please don't do that anymore. Oh, and by the way, there's There was news that like so there's a 4-week break coming. There will be no new chapters for 4 weeks, and during that time there was some information I didn't actually fully I don't know, like internalize or whatever. I didn't read it carefully. Something about he's going to release like information about endings for One Piece that aren't going to be actually the way that the series ended, or like scrapped plans for how the series was going to end. Okay, hang on. See, that people are posting links to things. Let me see if I can pull this up. I'm going to see if this is a good meme worthy of showcasing. Hang on. Oh, okay, wait. I just have to make this go away. Scroll up here. What is this? Reddit.com/meme piece. What is it linking to? I got to keep my pulse on the community, you know? This says, am I over 18? Yes. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm getting a blurred, not safe for work Jinbei's poster OC. Oh, I can see why. Okay, now see? That could have gotten me banned. That easily could have gotten me banned if I had that on screen. So, thanks for nothing, my man. Okay, moving on. Woo, that was a close one. All right, moving on. The chapter is here. Okay, here we go. Oda, you're done for. Okay, so here's One Piece Odyssey. This is it's like an RPG game coming, right? Am I Stonewall Jinbei? He's doing it. Yeah, I appreciate that once again. So we got White Hair Man, Luffy Blanco over here on the left. We got my favorite smile Batman. We've got fucking Nico Robin Bobcut edition. You know, I don't know what this is. I don't really care. I think it's a video game. I'm not interested. In fact, actually, can anyone clarify? I think this is actually a real life person who's like making the soundtrack for it or something. You know what? I don't even care enough to articulate, but this girl does look cute. That's the best I got for you. Let's move on. Blue Lizard. I like Scorpion guys. Okay, cool. Yeah, looks nice. All right, moving on. Actual chapter begin. Here we go. Chapter 10, 53, The New Emperors. Oh, man. And as we all know, there's going to be like 10, 20, 30 emperors by the end of this chapter, because as we all know, Yonko has been a totally arbitrary distinction. You know, it just so happened that it'll settle into that. It's not like Oda would be such a hack that he would like arbitrarily decide that the number must be 4 no matter what. There's no way that he's that much of a hack, right? It's all pure coincidence. Like, obviously, like Shichibukai, arbitrary number. Yonko, arbitrary number. None of these numbers actually matter. Great. Okay, now that we've established that, let's see how the chapter goes. Okay, moving on. Hakta stocks are climbing right now at record rates. Okay. What is the meaning of this photo? We never approved of it. I thought we told you to remove the D. I keep telling Jinbei to remove the D, but he just won't do it. From my asshole. Okay. No, sir, we weren't told about that. The photo was sent in by CP0's Guernica-sama. Reprinted. The world cannot be permitted to see this, says, this guy was, he's like that Russian guy with the birthmark on his head. Fucking, what was his name? Oh, you know what I'm talking about. That guy. We've been trying to contact the printers, but I'm afraid it's no use. Okay, we've got a lot to talk about already with this shit. Gorbachev. Yes, thank you. That Russian leader guy. Okay. Then cease distribution immediately. Kuwahahaha. What a mystifying appearance. All right, people, it's up to us to spread this around the globe. Okay, we have to get into this deeply. Cypher Pulse transmission from Wano broke off after they spotted Big Mom's ship. The gears of the world won't stop turning. I won't let their propaganda slide when the real story is this thrilling. Okay, it's like okay. We're going to talk about the news. We first need to talk. Okay, obviously, Big News Morgan is indeed extremely based. He beats up feds, and he doesn't afraid of anything, and he will lie when it's in his interest to do so, because he's an ANCAP god. But he also will print the real shit when it's dope, because it suits him. And that is indeed very based. And it's true, Sabo's around here somewhere, but we'll get to him in a moment. Well, okay, he's right there. There's Sabo. He's sneaky Sabo. We'll analyze that in a moment, but first... Oh, okay, see, Percy be here. That is exactly what I want to talk about with this. All right, let's talk about Tenryubito. Let's talk about world government that controls the fucking world. Let's talk about Gorosei incompetence. The time has come to address this continued escalation where the Gorosei have become basically joke characters, and they fail at every single thing they try to do, despite an unbelievable amount of power and resources. And you know, it's just concerning, you know. Okay, you know what? Yeah, Guernica, I think is how you pronounce it. That's something to talk about as well. Although, well, I mean, okay, it's interesting, right? There's a lot of interesting things going on. So what's happening here, right, is that well, you know what, I guess we need to go a little bit further, just get all the information. So Big News Morgan is printing the new bounties. Okay, these are wanted posters, right, with the new bounties. And again, let's get into it right now. They all were given a new bounty by the government. Okay, number piece. Oh, big number, I'm yelling. Ah! Okay, useless Captain Mid, 3 billion. Monkey D, Nika God, Roofie Man gets 3 billion and, or whatever, billion, and 3 billion for Trafalgar D, Waterloo gets 3 billion berries as well. Okay, big number hype. I'm clapping. And how did they, yes, okay, I've seen people talking about this. How did they get this picture? That's a great question, how they got this picture of Luffy. And like, why would they use it? And also, is it actually, okay, in all seriousness, is it actually a good idea to use a picture of a character that, like, doesn't look like they look the vast majority of the time? In fact, Luffy has looked like this exactly one time in his entire life. I guess 2, because he faded to black, like, briefly, and then, okay, basically one time for, like, 15 minutes. And yes, they do say that, like, it's mentioned here that, like, CP0 took the picture. I question if that makes any sense. Again, when did Luffy go Gear 5th, right? It was, like, it was when he got bonked by Kaido. That guy showed up, who Kaido killed or whatever. That guy died. And, or died or whatever. And then Luffy went Nika mode again, or rather for the first time, and fought Kaido for a while up on the roof. You know, it is theoretically possible a CP0 guy snuck up there in that time. I don't think we have a full accounting for that guy's whereabouts, Guernica or whatever. So, you know, I don't find it unbelievable that this picture was taken. I would have to double check. Maybe I'm misremembering, but my gut memory of it says that, like, it makes some sense that it would be the truth, right? That this would be able to be gotten. Okay. But the real thing I want to talk about here is the incompetence of the Gorosei. And again, guys, I mean, I know that there's hype stuff, but seriously, we can't just wave off everything as it's being hype. Seriously, the world government and the Marines control the images that are printed. The Marines are the one in charge of it. Did they choose this picture? We need to go through these facts one more time, okay? Because this shit is fucking bizarre. So what's the meaning of this photo? So clearly, all right, I think what's happening is they decided that these are the actual bounties, okay? So, like, the Marines were like, okay, these are the bounties of these guys. You know, we know that they beat the Yonko, so they're gonna all get 3 billion apiece. And I don't know, presumably they, like, actually selected these pictures, but, like, Luffy's was not the one they selected. Okay, makes sense so far. But then well, actually, not just one, but 2 things. One, they left the D in the printing of the poster, right? Okay, and 2, the picture is, you know, Gear 5th. Fucking monkey god Son Goku Luffy or whatever. So is this the official bounty poster, or did someone, like, reproduce a fake poster from within the Marines And also, like, yeah, like, the world already knows about Monkey D. Luffy. Taking the D out at this point, I mean, I just think it's like the damage is already done. It's too late.
That's
Like,
pretty good,
why do
right?
they even care if that really gets removed at this point? I don't know, whatever. Future Mech, hey, thanks, buddy. Let me give you the meme. Where is it?
Thank you, Baxter.
Thank you, Baxter. Okay, good. And I've still got this up. Okay, good. Here we go. Removing, yeah, well, okay, whatever, man. I mean, and you know what? I mean, it's just all the retcons, right? Like, if these guys, they knew that Luffy was a rubber man, when did they realistically find that stuff out? I think around Alabasta makes some sense. I mean, again, Smoker knew that Luffy was a rubber man since
pretty good, right?
since Logetown. Moses supposes Roses. Hey, that's a what's his name? A Gene Kelly? Gene Kelly gods?
Thank you, Baxter.
Thank you, Gene Kelly and Baxter. I like Singing in the Rain. Moses supposes his toes are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously. If Moses supposes his toes are roses, I can't remember the rest. There you go. I did that musical in high school. It was fun. I'm pretty sure the world knew him as Straw Hat Luffy before. I don't think that's correct, and we are going to prove that one way or another right now. Hang on. Luffy bounty poster. Let's find out. Okay, like, clearly some subversion is going on. Okay, I'm looking at old... No, they clearly say Monkey D. Luffy, and I'm going to show you the proof right now. Check it out. I mean, like, this is just... It didn't say... It said Monkey D. Luffy. So, like, the D was there all along. Okay, again, the incompetence that the whole Nika retcon has introduced is far-ranging and makes no sense and undermines the credibility of the Gorosei quite a bit. So, like, it's just like Oda didn't plan. He's a goddamn fool for this massive retcon that he introduced, and he's gonna face these consequences, none of which he needed to face, because he decided to do this fucking god, super, devil fruit, whatever the fuck. So very embarrassing that he chose to do that, but there it is. Because, again, they must have known that he had the Gomu Gomu fruit for a long time. And the Gorosei clearly did know for a long time that the Gum Gum fruit was the one fruit. I mean, okay, I don't think it was specifically clarified, but they would know. It's never clarified like, oh, we just dug up from the archives that the Gomu is actually, it's just obviously, it is that they knew all along. They are the people who know more than anything else, you know? Nay, that is just the unreliable narrator. It's just like how the narrator called Luffy a rubber man who ate the Gum Gum fruit. Oda planned all of this since before Romance Done. Can I get a 1 in chat for chapter 1, please? Can we just bow to Oda real quick? Please, I would appreciate that very much. We get some 1s. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Good. Thank you, Baxter, for all the 1s. Okay, so what are we talking about? We're just talking about how if the Gorosei knew that Luffy had the Gum Gum fruit, which is actually the Nika fruit, the logic as it's now presented to us is that, like, oh, they were, like, hedging their bets. They, like, weren't gonna take him that seriously until what? In fact, by the way, they just definitely knew that Luffy was a big problem because CP9 had the Gum Gum fruit. It was being guarded by Who's Who. Again, all the trouble started with that chapter. So, like, that implies that the fruit was really special, and even if that doesn't imply it was special, like, it was on their radar for sure, and the fruit was known about, and those guys knew, oh, there's, like, one fruit exactly that's been renamed that implies the specialness of it. It just implies that, like, Luffy would be someone they would be on the fucking dick of, and he's fucking Dragon's son, and they, like, leave the D in, even if it's a big deal, like, after the fucking time skip, after he shows up at Marineford and dabs on everybody. I mean, again, these are just all dumb consequences of Oda's very dumb choice to do the big Nika retcons, to make Luffy a fucking god, in spirit if not literally, which, again, we don't know it's not literally, so everyone's saying they didn't mean literally, we just don't know. It's Schrodinger's godhood. He's at the very least effectively considered god. They're just incompetent, just like Oda. Ouch. Well, he certainly wasn't competent on this one Nika change. He could have done all this without fucking things up, you know? Check out the first page, middle row, leftmost panel. It says they cannot get in contact with the printers. Okay, we haven't gotten to that yet, right? Let's get to that now. Because, yes, the other thing is, like, does it make sense that this leak could happen? I don't think that it's, like, totally impossible that, like, the leak itself could happen. But consider, like, the degree that would have to happen here. again, the D thing and the picture being different implies subversion, like within the process of at least making the bounty poster. Well, maybe not like that specifically, because like obviously the Marines would be like, why would the Marines fuck that up? Disinformation happened here. It was probably Guernica. And let's mention that, by the way. So this Guernica name thing that people have been talking about, it's a reference to like a big like anti-war after like World War II. Like this Spanish town got like obliterated, and it's a big like anti-war poster and like anti-fucking, you know, totalitarian like evil war machine stuff. Evil, you know, fucking anti-war and anti-fucking Nazi, basically. So, like, it's there to highlight that this character, it's clearly there to imply this character is, like, working against, like, this evil totalitarian world government, which makes sense, but it does raise the question, like, at what point did that person become, when I heard the Guernica art was not done before the town. I heard that, what's his name? Picasso? Is it Picasso? I think it was Picasso. He was commissioned to do artwork for Spain or something, and he like kind of wasn't sure. I read an article just out of curiosity after this. He, in fact, let's scroll to the bottom real quick, just because I know it's of interest and people can see it. Right there. This is the piece of art. He was commissioned to do some piece of artwork for like the Spanish government or something during wartime. And then the bombing happened and he was like inspired and was like, I'll do this. I think that was the sequence of events. And he like got inspired to do a depiction of war. Frankly, I don't get it, but I've only looked at it for like 2 seconds. So pretty sure they say it depicts the horror of war. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, okay, anyway, what are we talking? Okay, so the point of that, like, why did Oda include that detail? It implies that character is working against, like, an evil, corrupt government or whatever, an evil overlord state, or enemy force, whatever. War bad, right? Picasso is a talentless hack, like Hackta. Peas in a pod, indeed. Okay, right, when did that character decide to become, like, work against them? Because all these CP0 agents were presumably raised like CP9 from young ages to be, here's what I want to get to. Did that character, presumably the one who survived, remember that knot? Remember that literal hat tip, that fedora tip moment that happened after our boy who sacrificed his life so that Luffy would get killed by Kaido, as the world government wanted to happen? There was the little milady hat tip, and after that hat tip, or whatever, they like did it to each other, and like that the one who survived, Guernica presumably, he like did one back, and it's like, okay, was that character always an anti-world government agent? And we'll talk to the logistics of if it makes sense in a moment, or did he choose to go against it just now, maybe because like his fellow agents like got murdered? And he was like, okay, this is the last straw. The government doesn't care about us. I'm going to fight to, free us or whatever. I don't know. Frankly, there's just not enough to elaborate on yet. But this, obviously, there's some significance in this name here, right? Okay, anyway. So again, last thing to discuss about this is the logistics of, like, is this possible? It is possible to me. It's like, so these things are being spread out to the world. These wanted posters. Obviously, like, Apu got his hands on them. There's like these guys seem untainted, but Luffy, the picture and the D is still there. That means that, like, the chain, like, the guy over here says, like, no, sir, we weren't told about removing the D from the name. So, like, information warfare went on. Maybe Guernica or some agents, maybe the Revolutionary Army, interrupted so that the D would still be there. Why does that really matter? I don't really know. Obviously, like, D opposes the gods of the world or whatever, even though Luffy literally is a god now. Okay, that's fine. And the picture was obviously also information warfared in to presumably spread the news of, like, Joy Boy and Nika stuff. And we're going to talk about that with the last spur gout I had on the last stream about why Luffy is being called Joy Boy, or the person who saved the arc. We're going to talk about that, if that makes any sense. So, okay, whatever. Information warfare happened. I'm prepared to believe it's possible. The one thing that I find questionable about this, and again, Oda does try to cover himself by just show that, like, I don't know, the guy's gone totally rogue, Morgan's here, is that, like, why the fuck is the world government continuing to allow Big News Morgans to act independently after he's already proved himself like a total rogue agent. Where did Morgans get the information from, these posters? Who got it to him? Why do they trust him? Why is he able to, like, spread news about this stuff in this way? Hasn't he, like... Well, no, it's not a question of, like, can he beat the Cypherpol agents? It's how is he being given this information to spread, as opposed to anybody else? Because, again, they're saying right here, this implies I'm trying to contact the printers. And then it cuts to Morgan. Is Morgan one of the printers still working with the world government? I mean, it doesn't totally clarify that. Maybe Morgan's is just working as, like, a free agent right now who is, independently doing the World Economic Journal or whatever it's called. I don't know. It was Apu. Apu literally said he sold to Morgan. Oh, really? Did he? So he sold what? The picture? How would Apu have even gotten that picture? He wasn't up there when they were fighting. Like, whoever took that picture of Luffy must have been on the roof with them. Because the one time that Luffy was, like, in that pose was on the roof. Or the one time he was, like, below where everyone else would have seen him. I guess Apu was kind of jumping around. I guess it's theoretically possible. I don't know, man. Anyway, I don't really care about this, Morgan is one of the 5 flying devil fruits. He can never be caught. Indeed. I know. I mean, this is the real thing. Again, it's just like incompetence is the main thing. And I find these events generally believable. I do. However, what they're doing is just rapidly eroding, like, how seriously we should be taking the Gorosei. They have been incompetent for a very long time now, and I do find that kind of surprising, considering, I don't know, like the Ohara stuff, and I don't know, it just feels a little bit like it's a little convenient because Oda's, like, moving into a point of the story where he needs to set them up so that Luffy can beat them all up with his big Nika fist or whatever. I don't know. It's not the end of the world or anything, but, like, I'm noticing the erosion of competence at a rapid pace here. And it's not like anything in particular really happened that would make them so incompetent, like, with the control of the information specifically. Like, they've known about Big News Morgan for a long time. He's proved himself untrustworthy. They should really fucking track this guy down and murder him. He's not like a fucking Luffy who's, like, so sneaky. He's a big news man. So I'm just saying, guys, commit more resources to controlling the information. But you know what? Again, to defend it, it's like, it is showing somewhat believably, like, that the news cycle is just spiraling out of control of the world government. And, this is obviously the more favorable way to look at these events. That, yes, things are spiraling out of control because, of course, they would. The whole world is in upheaval right now. The world government is dealing with too many things to keep a handle on, like, every single issue. They can't control Morgan. Other printers are getting information subverted. Hey, is this the most unbelievable thing in the world? No, it is not. But I would say to Oda, like, let's not make the Gorosei look too laughably incompetent, because, again, all this stuff about Luffy turning out to be Nika, like, again, that was an instant 0 to 100 level of incompetence the Gorosei had been doing all along because of a retcon that Oda introduced now that they never should have allowed, and is a massive story convenience that upon rereading will change your experience of the Gorosei as we witness them not do anything about Luffy as he goes on his adventures. And again, they could have done more. They definitely could have done more. But chapter 1, yeah, exactly. Okay, so anyway, there you go. Fair and balanced as always. Thank you. Okay, let's move on. So I consider this a bit of a mixture of Goda and Hakta. Like, the Hakta stuff is kind of baked in. It's not like these events specifically. It's a little bit undermining of the Gorosei. But there's some Goda too. Again, we all love Big News Morgan. Big News Morgan did no wrong, and the man is the star of the show. I love how big his beak is. I love how big his cock is as he slaps it on the table in front of the Gorosei and says, "Come take it, fuckers! You ain't gonna do shit! I'm Big News fucking Morgan! Who the fuck is you?" I'm activating my Yeri no me. Forgive me. The man's a god and is a true delight in New Piece for what he is. He reminds me of Katakuri in that he's a great character there's just, like, some things around the edges that are, like, kind of annoying. Like how he undermines the competence of the Gorosei a little bit more than makes sense. Katsukuri's got his Devil Fruit Awakening, but they both make it work, you know. For them, it works. Okay, anyway, there you go. So let's move on. Big News Morgan joined Buggy's crew. Hey, he'd fit right in. Okay, we talked about this already. We got the big boys. So, you know, hey, let's talk about the numbers, right? I was actually very pleased to see this, that it's like an even 3-way split. I thought Oda was definitely going to suck Luffy's dick off way harder. And actually, you know what? Well, I mean, why even increase the bounty of Luffy after something like this? You know, like honestly, at this point, their bounties are so high, people are gonna try to get them. I think like at this point, just for the world government, you know, okay, again, this is kind of forgivable with like hype piece, you know, which again, unironically is fine much of the time. It's like Nate, I can't believe you're not seething about the poster, man. You've really subverted my expectation. Well, you know what? Allow me to seethe for a moment. When I first saw this, my heart sank because I think other people have this too. My emotional response to seeing like Luffy's image worldwide being stained with Nika is unfortunate. However, as I've said all along, and I will continue to say, if this was just Luffy's awakened form, without it being Nika, it was just the awakened Gomu Gomu no Mi, it wasn't a fucking god fruit, it wasn't actually a one-of-a-kind only Zoan that works like this, which it is, and fuck off if you disagree, you're wrong, I've got facts and logic on my side, I would be much happier, right, if it was the Gum Gum Fruit Awaken. So, like, based on just looking at it, it's got Nika stuff loaded into it that I hate deeply, obviously. But if it was just, like, you know, if the fucking Nika was just like a nickname for the Awakened Gum Gum Fruit, which it's not, it's a totally different fruit with a different name, it's a fucking Zoan, then this could go down a lot smoother. So, conflicted feelings there a little bit. There's a lot of hackta baked in here. And again, spiritually, Straw Hat is gone. Fucking Nika mode engaged. Don't like it. Now, my man Kid here is looking jovial as fuck. He looks great. Law, you know, whatever. He's crewman. That's fine. What can you do? Okay. It literally should have been a mythical paramecia. I wonder what that would mean. Yeah, Kid looks great here. I fucking love how Kid looks here. I wonder when he made this face. I guess probably early on in the raid, if I had to guess. Because he got pretty beat up later on. Wasn't doing a lot of smiling later in the fights, you know? Maybe directly afterward as they were, like, celebrating their victory? I don't know. Okay, anyway. So, let's actually move on and see what else we got. 3 billion. Hey, where'd you run off to, Kid? Where'd he go? He had a funny look in his eye. Captain, that's amazing. Okay, there's that. Now, why is no one trying to murder Apu right now? Serious question. Why? Like, he betrayed them many times. I do not understand this sudden, like, total ceasefire against this man who utterly betrayed them, fought against them the entire time. Because he has the number with him, why does that matter? What difference would that make? And again, this is like Kid's crew who is right around. Kid could have tried to kill Apu immediately and would have succeeded, because Kid is obviously way stronger than Apu. So, because he's a survivor, what does that matter? The man is literally a traitor. He needs to fucking go. So, I don't know. I have no... Like, he's just hanging out with them. He's literally conversing with Killer. Why doesn't Killer try to murder Apu right now? I do not understand. And if they forgave him, I don't know why they would forgive him. It's not a question of forgiving. It's a question of vengeance. Fuck this guy. He just tried to murder me like a minute ago, and he's cringe and not base. So fuck that guy. All right, moving on. Yeah, nobody likes a traitor. Fuck that guy. Apu forgave them. I mean, we don't need him to forgive anybody. He's the traitor. Okay, anyway. So he ran to the Flower Capitals, where Kid went. Fa. It's Kid we're talking about. Only one thing on his mind. Let's follow him. I heard there's a festival today. Perfect, let's celebrate. Okay, things are getting complicated. Okay, who cares? All right, you ready for soul piece? Here we go. Ready for comedy piece? Ready for joke piece? I know I am. We shall start with a course of food, blah, 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 and food. Also, how about a little more food? Can we add F in the chat for food? I'm talking big food, little food, sticky food, hard food, soft food, bowel congesting food, given the runs type food. And also F for fart. Oh, God. I reached for my fart sound effect, and it wasn't there because I don't have my shit with me. Just imagine in your mind. I'm trying to make the reverb happen. I can't do it. Just please picture that. Everyone, moment of silence. Okay, moving on. I hope you imagined a fart real good there. So we're serving this guy. He made 1 million little Japanese dishes. Very cool. Oh, it's those are so are those daikon? No, I know what that is. Okay, it doesn't matter at all. Anyway, moving on. A full course meal fit for a shogun. Please enjoy. Got on. Wow, it looks delicious. Thank you for all your effort. I'm afraid the others couldn't wait to fill 2 hours. From the sounds of it, they're really going to town up there, aren't they? Okay, what we have here is joke pieced. Stonewall Jinbei hitting him once again. All right, looks great. He's like, in front of me are all the people that are going to be allowed to join the crew this chapter. Whew. Empty. Stonewall Jinbei. The Jinbei fan club meetup. Woo! Yeah, all members assemble. Oh, that's good. Okay, this actually is funny. Okay, I think I have to say it. For the first time, I'm pretty sure in the series, because Jinbei's what? Jinbei's like fault face in Fishman Island. I can't even remember why he did it, but I remember that it wasn't that good, and I thought thinking, this is unnecessary. This isn't that funny. Why is he doing this gag with Jinbei? This is not that good. Yeah, the Jinbei fan meetup looks absolutely lit right now. What's happening here is a funny gag using Jinbei's character traits that, as the prophecy foretold, I like Jinbei more after this event. We've got a little character thing. Like, everyone else is off doing way more hype, fun stuff. Jinbei, as like the patient, stoic guy, is just like, yeah, I'm here. I appreciate what you're doing, bro. I like that. Everyone else ran off to have more fun, but I just thought I'd be nice, I'd let Jinbei join twice to remove Yamato. Absolutely. I think he saw Princess Hoshi outside, and that's why he made his fault face. Yes, he saw Shirahoshi because she was like outside the tower and she's not supposed to be, which was dangerous for sure. See, that gag is not that funny. It is not that funny. The Enero one, obviously legendary, and the Perona one was funnier, but it was already like that was the end of that gag. Oh, by the way, speaking of gags that have run their course and gone too far, we're gonna get to one of those in this chapter. Ooh, you guys are not gonna like what I have to say about something toward the end of this chapter. Oh, you're gonna be so mad at me. Well, we're gonna get to it. Oh, the sugar one was pretty good. And again, I enjoy a gag that's used, if it's used like technically sporadically, but every once in a while for a big punch, that can be okay. We've got, let me see, let's count them off real quick. There was Eneru, Perona, Jinbei, Luffy with Sabo, Sugar, and Sugar with Usopp. I would cut Jinbei for sure. And Failing Up hasn't run its course in IRL. We'll see about that. Okay, whatever, it's fine. Like the Sabo one, like I'm kind of okay with that considering how things went. But the Sugar one was good too. But that's 2 in one arc. Come on, Oda. Let's space it out. All right. Let's move. Well, okay. Not everyone has had like the full page treatment that some of those got. That's what I'm talking about. A face fault every once in a while is totally fine. And like I kind of liked how they all did it. To Luffy getting captured at the beginning of Wano. That was pretty funny. Okay, everything's free tonight, baby. Here we go. They've got shooting games. Okay, they got a lot of games. Okay, there's everyone's favorite man, Monkey D. Rufy, eating yakisoba and takoyaki and grilled squid and candy apples and cotton candy. Okay, everyone's having fun. It's a festival. There it is. Brooke is playing some stuff up there with Komurasaki. Was a favorite of Odin. It's called Moon Princess. That's pretty cool. Oh, it's the song. It's the plot-relevant song that Odin liked her to play for him. I enjoy that. And the people love it. People love Hiyori, and I love her. Okay, plot piece. Oh my god. Okay, let's get ready to seethe. All right, we ready for this? Okay. This lore, man, is off the chain. Okay, here we go. Fucking castle basement. Here we go. You like them, Nico Robin. You Myron Muscrolls, Nico Robin. Okay, looking very cute, looking very nice. Again, everything post-time skip is new Robin, which is not as good as old Robin, but that's okay. Tengu-san, how do you know my name? Which is a fair question, I suppose. How does he get news from outside? Well, let's find out, shall we? You're looking at my personal collection, my majestic Kokeshi dolls. Kawaii desu ne? Not really. Huh? Why would your collection be down here? This was originally something of a secret hobby room for me. However, I forget what a Kokeshi doll is exactly. Don't they like carve them for good luck or something? I don't know. It's his Funko Pop collection, yeah, for sure. Okay, I ended up in prison down here for a number of years. Imprisoned? I thought you were a swordsmith. Who exactly are you? I took to smithing because I had a talent for it. It was always just a hobby. Governing is such weary work after all. Nani? Can I get a fat N for Nani in the chat, please? I am fucking Kozuki Sukiyaki, fucking Odin's dad. What the fuck, Oda? Okay. All right. The events as described technically make sense. They sort of, all right? And we will get it. So it's that guy who we all thought was dead. We thought that he not even the dead one in the flashback actually died. Okay. So he's alive. He is the dad of Odin. So he's old as shit by now. And he was also a swordsmith? All right. Okay. So, okay, he said he took to swordsmithing was a hobby that he had a talent for. Okay. So, I mean, boom, lore piece, man. Oh my god. And you know what? We've said, like, no one in the world predicted this shit. Oh, wait, and fucking Poneglyph, right there, right on the wall right there is Poneglyph info. Can we get some fucking readership of the goddamn Poneglyph, Robin? Please. Wait, everyone saw this. They had the same voice actor? What the fuck? That's the first I've heard of this. Which, I mean, that was a pretty decent piece of information, I guess. I never heard that, but I guess I was wrong. Because, I mean, a lot of us had thought that, like, Odin is dead. Momonosuke never learned how to read poneglyphs. Hiyori, I guess, could have in some ways. She could have. But, like, the fact that this guy's alive, I mean, talk about exposition, man. He's got to have, like, everything. Why did I never hear this theory one time? What the fuck? Okay, anyway, yeah, nobody on this fucking island dies. Even Odin got a fucked up piece of shit new clone that parades his fucking image around, sort of, in a deeply embarrassing and fucked up way. But that's okay, you know? I love to see it. Sukiyaki doesn't tell Momo he's alive because he's too lazy to go back to work. Tell fucking Momonosuke you're alive. Why wouldn't you tell? Okay, all right, let's get into it, right? So, okay, it's fucking Sukiyaki. He's alive. He's old as shit. And he says what? Does Momo know about this? No, and I do not intend to tell him. I would not be surprised if some of his retainers have deduced my identity. Okay, I just want to talk about how fucking retarded this is, that he doesn't want to tell Momo he's alive. Like, why? Because, like, you're ashamed? Fuck you. Take your fucking... take it on the chin if you're so, like, bad. If you're so ashamed of what you did. Like, apologize and work to make Wano better as, like, the old Shogun. Maybe he doesn't want to do it because, like, he doesn't want to be Shogun again, you know? This is, okay, this is not as bad as Pound, because this guy's fate was kind of undetermined. In fact, it's way less bad than Poundy Pussy. He's ashamed of being alive. I don't care. Fuck this guy. Maybe this is some weird Wano samurai logic again, you know? I don't know. You know what? I'm going to say it. I don't really like this look for Robin that much. I'm saying it. You know I'm a big Robin fan. Not the biggest new Robin fan. Not loving this look. It's okay. I don't know. Not that impressed. I liked her geisha look before more. Okay, anyway. I'll never forgive the Japanese. All right, moving on. I'm not going to tell him. Whatever. Okay, he's got his fucked up samurai logic to not tell him. I think that's an excuse so that Oda doesn't have to write more scenes about him. Okay, fine. Whatever. And some of the retainers might even know, but they're like not gonna tell Momo because okay, whatever. How could I possibly show my face now? I'm the one who allowed Orochi to come to power. That is true, and you deserve massive criticism for that, for sure. Okay, I was barely able to escape this room by the time I had. Odin was already dead and Wano had changed. I contemplated seppuku. Okay, blah, blah, blah. It should be somewhere in this country. The ancient weapon, Pluton! Okay, we now need to talk about this. Okay, all right. At least that's what the poneglyph, I guess, right here said. Oh, no, in Arabasta, or Alabasta, whatever. Indeed, it is here. And there's this thing that they want to go with Arabasta now because it's like Arab plus Alabaster. Either way, like apparently Oda has flip-flopped back and forth. I'm going to say Alabasta because I just don't give a fuck. And it's what people have been saying for a long time, so everyone else can fuck off. Let's see here. So Pluton, okay? Pluton isn't Wano. I now need to shit on Hakta for a while because okay, it was never... Oh, thank you, Alabaster. Yeah, let's... Can we get that, please? Can we get that? Thank you,
Thank you, Baxter.
Thank you. All right, great. That was a very enriching experience for all of us. Okay, what were we talking about? Okay, Pluton. So all along, all right, in its convenient One Piece way, Robin just never mentioned that actually Pluton is in Alabasta. Okay, I'm calling this for as I see it. I think this is like a soft retcon. I know it was never explicitly clarified. It was heavily implied. In fact, I would want to go back and reread what the king said in Alabasta. Again, this just, Vulcan King, it's just more shit is being piled on Wano as like the place where everything important is. Again, we know that this shit is really important. There could be lots of important things here. Pluton, again, it's not going to be a person. It's a ship. We know it's a ship. This was confirmed in Water 7. Like Frankie could build it literally if he wanted to. So that's the thing. Didn't Robin tell Crocodile that Pluton wasn't at Alabasta? That's why I'm saying I need to reread that. I'm not totally sure. I remember thinking that it was in Alabasta. This is Schrodinger's Hakta right now. I'm not sure. And if anybody could go confirm, anybody want to go check out those chapters real quick, that would be dope. Wait, Frankie can build an anti-Pluton weapon. It's not necessarily Pluton. That doesn't sound right to me, Ghoulish. I don't think that's true. I would have to check that. It was fuzzy if the plans he had were actually Pluton. That strikes me as not true. I could be wrong. I don't think that's true. But maybe. I don't know. Okay, moving on. So the lore that we've learned so far is just that... So we haven't actually gotten any information from this other than that maybe it confirmed for this guy that Pluton is here in Wano, which would be fine, I guess. Okay, whatever. So it's here. It's not Alabasta. Fine. So, like, what the fuck would the thing in Alabasta say? Go to Wano and that's where Pluton is? Again, there are some like that. There are some that work that way. But I don't know. Okay, whatever. She said she knew the true location of it, but never told us, the reader. Yeah, I still go with Schrodinger's Hakta, because I think it was heavily implied that it was in Alabasta. It's possible that it wasn't. Okay, either way, I will shit on Oda for just adding yet more lore to Wano. It didn't need to be in Wano. It could have been anywhere. Wano has enough, all right? It has enough. Stop piling things on. Okay, yeah, it's not like the craziest thing in the world that it would be in Wano. Okay, I'm getting so many fucking messages right now on my phone that I'm trying to use for fucking this chat shit. I need this fucking thing to log the fuck off. Hang on. I gotta log out of this piece of shit ass app. Give me 1 sec here. And we will gamer on. Where the fuck is my goddamn... Okay, good. There it is. Let me log out of this thing real quick. Or at least fucking turn off. No, I don't. No, deny. Jesus. No, I don't. Just fucking uninstall it. I don't give a shit. Fuck off. Okay. All right. That's taken care of. Let me pull the chat back up. Again, sumimasen. Technical differences. Okay, here we go. Moving on. Okay, wha-bam, baby. Plant life everywhere. Okay, all right. Is it time for Goda? All right, let's get into the Goda, shall we? Wait, can you imagine if they invaded and Kaido had Pluton waiting for them? Robin would have basically sent the Alliance to their graves. Why not tell anyone? Literally anyone? That's a... Percy, you know what? That's a fair point. Now, you know what? We don't know, like, exactly. It could have said it's in Wano, it's in the land of the sun somewhere, it's in the land of Wa. And maybe it wasn't, like, specifically clarified exactly where it was. So I'll give him a little bit of a pass. But I think it's fair to ask the question... Maybe Robin should have brought up that she knew Pluton was somewhere in there, and that could have been a really useful thing for taking out Kaido, you know? We'll see. It's true, Kaido could have been in Wano. This could already be the answer to why was Kaido here, maybe for Pluton specifically. That would make sense, you know? That would make a lot of sense. I find this an acceptable answer to the question, if that's what it is. So that's okay. But it also could just be, maybe there's a red poneglyph, maybe there's other stuff. So, but that does answer the question fairly satisfactorily. So hey, not bad, if that's just the end of it. And again, as long as there's no direct contradictions with the stuff in Alabasta, the only thing I'm annoyed by is just how much stuff we're piling onto Wano. Is Pluton being there the worst thing in the world? No, it's not. Okay, whatever. Anyway, on to Goda. Here we go. So Pluton exists and is on Wano, but was mentioned in Alabasta, and Water 7 shipwrights had the blueprints. Indeed. I guess Pluton is kind of a big deal. Yeah, Frankie could build Pluton and end One Piece. Apparently true, as far as we know. Okay, moving on. Well, bam. Plant boys assemble. Okay. Oh, these boys are getting the suck. Okay. We're talking full body piercing. This is extremely graphic. That is blood. I don't know how horrific how much body horror Oda intended to insert here. He did not need to do the full, piercing the blood, or piercing the body, blood bursting through on the other side, and draining them of all life as he does it. Oh no, Elephant Boy! My man! I can't remember his name. Best guy. Yeah, this is some Berserk stuff going on right here. Okay, and King is getting the suck as well as Queen. Okay, so we're getting that epic memerino of getting drained to his thin size. Both King and Queen are getting absolutely dabbed on by our boy Green Admiral Man, who is cucking Queen. And I'll tell you, it does kind of feel like Oda is hyping this guy up by making him easily able to take out King and Queen, which, I mean, I don't know, man. It seems a little like a fucking high power level for this guy, but I don't know. Maybe they're still injured. I could find that somewhat acceptable. They went down real punk bitches. I don't know. It's not the end of the world. Whatever. It's fine. Cuck Queen? Sounds good. It's good to me. I hate to see him go down like this, Also, I guess they escaped and are alive, so okay, there they are. I mean, if they're weakened, why are the other guys okay? Okay, whatever. They got defeated. There's kind of weird shonen logic. If you get defeated, your power level goes down for a while. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so Green Man says, the Flying Admiral Green Man, his first lines visible on screen, clearly, without silhouette memes. Give it a rest already. At my rank, I'd lose face if I let a few commanders like you get the best of me. Okay, so Oda's clarifying the power level stuff basically right here. Glug, glug, glug. The Navy doesn't have manpower to waste on the mess you've left us now that I expect much of you bozos. Right, okay. So he drank booze through his suck. What kind of fucking paramecia shit is this anyway? I guess it could be a Logia, technically. Plant Logia? I don't know. That booze wasn't anything special. You should have let it age longer. And there he is, boys. All right, he's an actor, man. They clarify it later. He is continuing the trend of being based on some actor guy from Nippon. Pretty cool. I really like his finger things. They're very scary. They're very intimidating. He's a strong boy. He's a strong boy. I like him. Okay, there you go. So he's in Wano. He's flying around, Flower Boys. He's one of the 5 legendary flying devil fruits, obviously. Rokugyu or Aramaki. Okay, cool. I've always dug his style. No half measures. I'm itching to get his approval. I can see it now. Okay, and again, he's got a wanted poster. I guess these were just the ones distributed. The world government should at least be able to give their goddamn admirals, the poster that they actually intended. It does kind of get to a bit of a crazy degree. How little control the fucking Gorosei appear to have. And the Marines, this isn't in their interest. They would want fucking, they would want to do what the Gorosei say, it's subversion that led this wanted poster. And it does make you question, don't they have power over their own goddamn wanted posters to some degree? Whatever. Yeah, Aramaki's a reference. Okay, whatever. Look it up. It's just fucking Wikipedia stuff. Flower Capital, one time from the top to the Mink Pirate Samurai Alliance. Yay, we did it. We beat the guys. And the Retainers, Yakuza, and everyone in Wano. Okay, all right, we're back at the party, boys. Here we are. So they're shouting, way to go, you all fought great. And we'll leave the toasting to you. You're our chief rallier. Are they talking to Luffy right now? I'm kind of confused whose bubble is whose right now. Is that Luffy up there? I think that is Luffy. Okay, it appears that is Luffy up there. They don't know who he is. We're explaining this thing right now. And he's just saying, you all fought great. And they're like, okay, you're a good rallying boy. Okay, cool. All right. Don't tell anybody in Wano about me. But why? Because I don't want to be a hero. Now, I kind of wanted to go back and read the Fishman Island thing, because this strikes me as a little bit hacked. Like, would Luffy really go out of his way to avoid it? But then I think he did kind of do that in Fishman Island. Or maybe that was about just, like, the actions they want to take. Anybody remember offhand? I don't know. Like, how much out of your way are you really gonna go to, like, make sure no one knows that you're a hero? Is this really gonna interfere with your life? Again, it's not a question of wouldn't care. No, you're wrong. Luffy does care. Luffy is saying, please don't call me a hero, I beg of you, because being a hero would come with problems. What problems would it come with? I don't know. Like, I continue to not understand why Luffy, ever since Fishman Island, has, like, rejected the label of hero when he he clearly just does do heroic acts. So it's like he's playing this silly game of, like, terminology. I don't know. I guess he likes going through and, like, not being, like, a celebrated god, you know? I don't know. Because, I think for him it is a bit of an aesthetic thing. I agree with Blesko here. Because he likes the pirate vibe of being, like, a fucking peace man pirate. He rolls up. He's a little bit of a vigilante, but he's not doing it for heroism. He's doing it because it's his personal values that he likes to inflict. Okay, that's fine. And, like, he doesn't want people to expect things of him in the future. You know, I guess that makes sense, you know? That's not the worst logic in the world. I think he's kind of going more out of his way than he needs to, but I don't find it totally unreasonable. Oh, because of, like, right, like the meat sharing thing. If he's thought of as a hero, they'll want him to share meat, but he doesn't want to share meat. Okay. It's not the dumbest thing in the world. It's fine. It's his ninja style. It's his ninja way, indeed. So clearly, yeah, the Momo spread the word that this guy Joy Boy defeated him instead. Okay, but I've got a problem with that, which is that, okay, sure, I guess that in Wano they're still close to the outside, so they're not gonna know that he saved them. But, like, the news is out there, right? Like, I know they don't get a ton of information, but, like, again, people were there at the fight. People said, like, Luffy, is that... People commented on this, and, like, word is gonna spread. Okay, but you know what? I'm not gonna give Oda too much of a hard time about this, because, like, he's just trying... Luffy's just doing what he can to resist the label of hero. That's congruent with his desires to not be considered a hero. You know what? That's okay. Like, sure, a couple people know that he's a hero. Does that mean word's gonna spread? I mean, frankly, I do think word would spread like wildfire, that it was, in fact, Luffy. Luffy just obviously is Joy Boy. That's all there is to it. But whatever, it's fine. Okay, whatever, moving on. Mugiwara, it's time to beat you up. Okay, here comes Kid. He's gonna kill him real good here. If you crush you here, Morgan literally said they fucked up Kaido and Big Mom. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, the other thing about that is just the rest of the world will know that Luffy did it. They know. So, like, only in Wano does this make a difference, and everywhere else they still know he's a hero. So I don't know. And, like, people in here, they'll get more information as time goes on. They're gonna find out he's a hero anyway. They're gonna find out he's the Joy Boy man. Or maybe they won't. Maybe Oda will subvert things and the story will end with, like, nobody knows that Luffy's, like, the hero. Like, well, I don't know. Maybe people did know that, like, in fact, no, they didn't know that Gold Roger fought with Garp at God Valley or whatever to beat up the Rocks pirates. That was, like, insider info that only the Marines knew. So, I don't know. Place your bets, boys. Will this Kid thing have any relevance by next chapter? 0% chance. Absolutely not, no. That's my bet, but feel free to make your own. Okay, so this is a gag right now to be like, see, Kid is totally still being his character. Even though, like, if he's doing this, he shouldn't just give up on it. But again, you know, whatever. It's a party vibe. I think that it's KKL's gonna happen, yeah. I think it's like understandable that Kid might just like give up on this because he's like, whatever, man. Everyone's partying. I'll like meet him on the seas. We'll fight there. Like, you get a pass until the end of the arc. Honestly, I don't really think it's that weird for him to, like, pause on trying to kill Luffy till they get back out there. Kid is a little bit of a tsundere, you know? So there it is. My Kid cope is unsuitable and unsustainable. I want Kid to fight Luffy. I want Kid to actually do something. I mean, he did actually help take down Big Mom and Kaido. You know, he did things. And hopefully I have a feeling that Kid's role in the story is, like, basically over. That's what I think. I've made a collage of the 2-page of the discussion of Pluton and Alabasta. Oh, dope. Let's see if I can pull that up real quick. Let me make sure I pull it up on the right tab so I don't get banned if it's something sus. Okay, here's the link. Did I pull that up okay? Wait, hang on. Okay, I'm pulling it up. Okay, let's read through this real quick. We'll check back in our lore. See, this is the deep lore stuff, you know. This is why you come to Talking Pirates, right here. Okay, let's zoom out. Okay, so this is when, so she lied to Crocodile saying that Pluton, and this was like our first indication that she's like a good guy, because she's like, I don't care about Crocodile, I used him for my own purposes. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, doesn't this look great? Ooh, look, Crocodile's looking clean as fuck. All right, anyway. So, you knew, how disappointing. Wait. So is she talking to him right now? Why did you lie? The history of Alubarna wasn't carved on that stone. It all the information about the weapon you're after. Right. Even its whereabouts. If you had told him what was written there, it would have been the end. The kingdom would have fallen into his hands. Okay, again, nothing is hard confirmed here, but it's like, he's saying that the kingdom would have been finished. Yeah, dude, the kingdom would have been so finished as Crocodile left Alabasta to travel to Wano, a nigh impenetrable fortress state, and then get Pluton, and then come back to Alabasta, and then take over. We would have been absolutely finished, you know? It's like... again, like, it's not like a total contradiction. Oda does this thing where he writes vaguely so he can fill it in later. I call this, like, this is like a little bit of like a soft retconny vibe to it. It's not like the worst thing in the world, you know, but it feels to me like it is in Alabasta, as it was implied here, and then he's changing it, which, again, like, it's not the end of the world, okay? But let's read the next page. Kashir was conquered by Alabasta. That was in the year, blah, blah, blah. Oh, this is the history thing. Oh, did I read out of order? Okay, whatever. If it does say Wano, it might be he would have destroyed Alabasta sooner and left for Wano. I mean, I don't think that's fair to say, because, like, how would that have destroyed it first? No, he's specifically saying the information here would have been, if you had told him what was written here, it would have been the end. I think that's a stretch to say that means, like, he would have destroyed us faster and then would have left. You know, like, it's not like that's a crazy take. I just think that's really unlikely, what's being implied there. Okay, so she's just reading, this is what I want to know. I don't care about this. Just tell me where it's hidden, the secret location of the most destructive weapon in the world. So, you know, I call this a little bit of a vagary that he's filling in with a convenient fact way later in the story. I don't think it's what was originally implied, but does it totally contradict and break things? No, I don't think so. And yes, Uranus is the third ancient weapon. Now, you see, if it was me, I would have just had Oda say Uranus is in Wano. Uranus has not been confirmed anywhere, right? Why not just do that? And then he can make up what Uranus is at this point and leave Pluton in Alabasta. Why not just do that, you know? I think that would make total sense. But anyway, whatever. What can you do? Yeah, that's why you got that PhD, Takuto. Uranus has been totally undetailed so far. These Uranus on the moon, they're simply memes. That has not been confirmed, like, at all. People just assume that, but there's no actual backing to that. And yeah, he might be saving Uranus for something else. Definitely possible. And maybe in order for the vision that he now has of the story. But that's the thing. If that's the vision of the story that he now has, he's had to make a couple of compromises to make that happen. Again, they're fairly soft. They don't ruin One Piece. But, like, I do think this is a retcon. The next time you read Alabasta, I think that it was originally intended for him to be like, yeah, the kingdom would have been doomed. He would have found Pluton here in Alabasta. And now it's like, actually, Pluton. I mean, Pluton could have... Well, okay, whatever. There could be more than one Pluton, I guess. Maybe Alabasta has a Pluton, and this place has a Pluton. They're a ship that you can build, you know? I don't know. Anyway, you get the idea. Let's keep going, shall we? Okay, so they've been lit. The fireworks. Okay, so Luffy's gonna fight Kid. Oh, it's gonna be such a serious fight. Oh, but then he gooferinos on him. He gives him a big bear hug because it's not time to fight. Kampai, him and Kid. Oh, okay, they're having a nice time. There you go. Uranus is beyond Raftel. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, you know. Yakisoba. I mean, I really need to do that reread, but Wano has some of the biggest problems of any arc, specifically toward the end half, or just the end. It's the longest arc, and it's not the best arc, so that's a double whammy. But there's stuff I like, so I need to do a reread. It's pretty mid-piece. I mean, it's the worst case of new piece in the game thus far. So we'll get there. We'll do a review at some point. Okay, so fireworks, looks nice. The sky's lighting up. Okay, everyone's having a lovely time. Eneru drum bros? Is Eneru here? Are you seeing these drums, these taiko drums? Eneru is in the house tonight. Where do you think the light's coming from? Eneru is up there right now. I'm high, and I just got why the Gorosei hasn't gone after Luffy. Okay, first of all, this is from a man who's high. Sounds like it's going to be good. Okay. It's because the influence of the good guys in the Marines. Just think when we see Aokiji and Garp. They appear after Luffy started to sail with Robin and after Enies Lobby. If any other pirate had done what they would and have sent someone to kill one, and they did, it's just that because he's the grandkid of Garp, there's actual good people like Sengoku. I don't know, man. That doesn't work for me. Like, this question of good or not, like, Luffy is the biggest threat to the world government, and they're gonna let him run wild, and, like, only after he, like, fucking reaches the point of no return, and he's, like, a literal god now, that, like, you know, like, it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. You probably know my story, Chikuto, of being held hostage, basically, in the home of a dirty, dirty weed user. The lowest of the low. Very shameful stuff, you know. But hey, it was my choice to be there, you know. What can I say? It's on me. All right, everyone's having fun. All right, they're partying. Zoro's giving a big smile. Okay, everyone's loving this. Raizo's got tears in his eyes. He's very overjoyed. Future Straw Hat Carrot looking great. Basically already a confirmed Straw Hat as far as I'm considered, you know. Ace was executed in front of Garp, and he was just going to watch it happen. True. So, yeah, like, Ace was going to be executed, and Luffy is actually a bigger threat than Ace. So, like, seems like Garp would have probably let it happen, you know? I mean, I don't know. Oh, don't act like fucking because Ace is Garp's blood, or Ace wasn't, that's why he would let him die. Bro, no. Come on. That's not good. The Tenryubi point, the Tenryubito punch point is pretty good. Like, he attacked a Tenryubito. Okay, now, we've got a little bit of Goda and Hakta. We've got Midda, right? Schrodinger's, Goda, Hakta going on here. Everyone's having a good time. Okay, right here, what's going on here, boys? What is going on? I've seen people skipping over this. This is the biggest panel for me. Fuck the next page. This is the biggest panel for me in the whole fucking chapter. At long last, it's fucking Kinemon and Otsuru, his wife. He's back with his wife, finally. She's clearly back. That's her. She's alive. She's back. She's looking good. She's very small. I thought she was, like, kind of tall. But Kinemon is like a giant of man. He's, like, fucking 9 feet tall or something. So, I really wanted, because Kinemon to me is the real main character of Wano. I like Momo, you know, don't get me wrong. But, like, that's Kinemon. I like see, the fact that they get the last panel and theirs is kind of special. Oda is giving it a little bit of a special moment. I appreciate that. And you know what? Some things don't need to be represented in words. I don't think whatever, like, crying, weeping, sobbing that, like, Oda could have put on screen for Kinemon, all these fucking words they're commenting, I like this better. That they just get, like, a moment of silence to themselves. I kind of like it. I think it's a little bit subtle. He did give us the payoff on it. And, I mean, everything else is a total clusterfuck. It's a big celebration, you know. It's supposed to be energetic, whatever. This is good. This is good. Classy as fuck. She's leaning on him. Ooh, that masculine. Oh my, he's passing the line test. Are you seeing this, right? Straight vertical Kinemon. And her line intersects with his. He's pulling her into his frame. His frame game is on point, boys. Kinemon never lets us down. My man. It's the best panel in the chapter, unironically, in my opinion. I've been waiting for it. And, like, a bigger highlight would have been nice. But I actually kind of like it. In the medium of manga, I kind of like that it's a little bit subtler. It's cleaner than, like, this clusterfuck going on everywhere else. And that feels for a very good reason. Like, Oda knows that it's a big deal. And on that day, Kinemon did fuck. And you know what? As they leave Wano, like, okay, this is, like, their special moment of reunification. That's nice and lovely. I would have minded, like Kinemon, like, we don't see them actually meet, but, like, we see him discover her's alive, and, like, we see the emotion begin to overwhelm him, like, last chapter or something, as we, like, see she's alive. We don't need to see them actually unite. That can be off screen, and then we see something like this. I think that's how I would have adjusted this, because I've been waiting for them to get together for a long time. I've been really wanting to see that, so. Yeah, subtlety goes a long way, man. I know, Tsuru, she did 20 fucking years. She wanted to fuck her husband. Instead, she ate grilled cheese off the radiator. You know, that's the life. That's the life. So good for her. She stayed loyal, boys. She stayed loyal. So Kinemon's got that old puss, but it's good. It's good puss, no doubt. Okay. You know, you guys were saying that the Alabasta panel was so great, but honestly, Oda has gotten way better. Bat, I totally disagree. I don't think that's true at all. I think that in some ways Oda has improved. I think Oda probably peaked. Oda's peak was probably like Eni's Lobby. Like visually, art style wise. Again, it happens to have like my best or my favorite like art designs. No, I disagree, because like I think if this was pre-time skip, Oda would have cut all this bullshit and it would have been one double page and like things would have been less packed into these small panels. And I like this way less than I like those old double spreads. You know, the last one that just comes to mind immediately as one I really loved was when they get to Fishman Island for the first time, and it was a giant 2-page spread of they look up and they see the island underwater. You know, like I think clean again. Why do I like this so much? The cleanness, you know. So that's a paneling change. That's like a amount of stuff going on. I feel like he's just like, again, I'm a guy who has the same problem. I overcrowd my videos. I've worked to lower it, you know. So again, I'm not saying that it's like shit or anything. I like clean art. And I think he's leaned a little bit more on the busy side of things. And also his character models have been less, I don't know, they've just been a little more bimboified. With the girls, absolutely. And like you look at Gold Roger when he first showed up to now, like he's also been bimboified male version, which I feel like is kind of like a Flanderization of like their characters. They just like, they lean more into this like kind of average aesthetic of buffness, instead of having more of like a lanky, goofy aspect to them. Okay, whatever. We're not going to get into that long. Whatever. Himboified. Yeah, that's the word. Thank you. I'll say this is shit. It's shit. I don't think it's shit, but like, is it my favorite? No. All right, next page. Here we go. We got these boys are having a good time. The Beppo bunch, the killer crew over here. These two are goofing around. See, he's totally defused here. He slaps him away. See here, I came to kill you. I know what's going on the outside, but oh, he sees his bounty here. Or oh, he sees what's going on here. They've announced the names of the 4 new emperors, the new Yonko. Oh my god! Big deal, big number, big time for fun. Oh my lord. Okay, let's see okay, Shanks, Luffy, Blackbeard, and the bombastic clown, fucking Buggy. All right, okay, let's plan from chapter 1, boys. It was all chapter. Okay, all right, let's just read and then we'll go back and we'll talk about this. Buggy D Clown, confirmed. All right, they're going whole hog in the music and festivities. Well, the Marines aren't in such a good mood, especially as the rest of the world is in a mess right now. So like he's headed to like go fuck him up. And a 4-week break, the times are changing. Okay, there you go. All right, let's talk about how this makes no sense and Oda's a hack. All right, let's talk about this. Okay, all you guys, hey, you want to post a link to the thing? Is this a Twitch clip? Important clip? Do it. Let me click on it. It's a Twitch clip, so I should be able to do it without getting fucking banned. He's a hack, but a good hack. Okay, we'll get into that. Is Goda? We're here getting a lot of calls for Goda here. Okay, hang on. Let me... the fucking chat here is a fucking nightmare. Okay, let me... I think this is going to work. All right, I don't know what this clip is. Let's... let me pause. Let me put it over here. Let's see what's going on. Okay, what's the deal? Nate, go to plan the new emperors from chapter 1 proof. All right, we've got hard proof. We've got hard proof. What do we got here? Oh, okay. This is it. Could this be the new Yonko? Or the new Emperors of the Sea? Buggy. Shanks, Blackbeard, Luffy, the Okay, and just as an additional note the positioning of them: Buggy, Shanks, Luffy, Blackbeard. And here we've got Buggy, Shanks, Luffy, Blackbeard in the same positioning. Okay, here's why you're all hacks and you're worshiping a false god, and that this is not that cool, and you all need to calm the fuck down about it. Here's why. Okay, whoa. Oh man, so amazing. Chapter 1, he obviously planned this shit. He planned that Buggy would be a Yonko. It's not like it's possible to like, you know, reference something that you've done in the past and then like build off of that in the future, right? It's not like he could like look back at it at any time and build off of it, right? It's not like that's possible. Okay, so I mean, I think that he probably did in fact, intend this to be a reference or whatever to this cover. It makes sense to me that it would be like a reference here. And Luffy being a Yonko, okay, I mean, whatever, makes sense, What else we got going on? And the other thing is, okay, so Blackbeard and Shanks, nothing's changed, they're still Yonko. Okay, that's fine. I do think this is mostly like fun piece, joke piece, which is fine. So Luffy being one makes sense. Buggy being one, okay. Okay, now's the opinion you're really not gonna like, okay? Here's the opinion you don't like. Okay, you guys, all right. Can we stop with the memes? All right, of fucking he dabbed on Mihawk. Everybody fucking mentions that, and like I think they're joking. I think they kind of believe it though. I think they kind of actually think that he like defeated Mihawk or something when he got like instantly blown out in like 2 seconds. All he did was like barely survive, and this is the moment that everyone's like, "Whoa, he's so powerful." Okay, here it is, right? So he got cut in half. He blocked Liv. He got diced into a million pieces. Am I showing the right page? Okay, I am. And then he launched a Muggy Ball. Whoa, he's so powerful. Look at him take it to Mihawk. And then he bounces it back, and it blows him up because Mihawk was totally undeterred by Buggy. He managed to block Mihawk for like about 2 seconds until getting utterly devastated. Okay, I'm just going to come out and say it. This is over the top. The joke has gone beyond what makes sense. It's gone beyond what is reasonable for the character to obtain, okay? The Shichibukai thing, I was like, okay, all right. This is the peak, all right? We've reached the peak of the joke. The joke is that Buggy is totally incompetent, is not powerful at all, has totally faked his way into this position, and it's utterly ridiculous. Like, if anyone challenged him at any time, he would be utterly exposed as a fraud and not powerful, okay? And yet he managed to garner off, like, knowing Shanks and having, like, a personality for it. He loves flashy things, right? And he stood up to Mihawk briefly, and like he's the joke. The joke is that he keeps getting propagated. Okay, the thing is, and Shichibukai was like it was a little bit of a joke, but it kind of made sense off the end because like he was there out of reputation. Okay, Yonko is a difference in. It's no longer a difference in degree. It's a difference in kind. What is a Yonko? What? Okay, and by the way, what even is this? This is like, here's what I want to know. Did the fucking Marines announce who's going to be the new Yonko TM? Or did like, has like fucking Morgans decided and just put out in the paper who the new Yonko are? Because I don't think it can be Morgans deciding it, because if he did, why would it be Luffy? Why would it be Luffy instead of the other guys? Which raises the question, okay, literally, why is it Luffy instead of Kid and Law? Because here's the real question. In what way does it serve the interests of the world government to declare that Luffy is a Yonko when they're trying to downplay his profile globally? In what world does that make sense? Okay, all right, okay, about the Buggy thing, like, yes, Buggy continues to grow a large crew. He just got removed for being a Shichibukai, so, like, we just haven't seen him since he, like, went on the run. So, clearly he has, like, grown and garnered more people to his name. And, like, the Buggy being a Yonko thing, it's, like, on the level of him being able to fake his way into this position, I think it sort of makes sense. But at some point, someone's got to challenge the guy, right? This is the thing. It's like that thing with the Jinbei face fault. I get the joke, I understand it, but it just keeps going. Like, okay, Buggy's been a guy with a very large crew. Buggy being a fucking Yonko sort of kind of makes sense and works. But here's the deal. Luffy does not have that crew. I don't understand why we don't now have the 6 emperors. I do not understand. I guess it's because they were already hyping up Luffy. He did have the biggest profile recently, and so he just gets declared. But Luffy actually doesn't have more of like a global presence than like Kid or Law. I guess he's got allies, but they don't do anything. I guess that Barto guy did conquer that one Shanks Island. So, like, maybe news about that has gotten out since then. Like, news of Luffy making waves on the grand stage. Again, I suppose I begin to see it. I just don't really know why. It's limited to just Luffy here. And it's not like, why is it just 4 people? Again, Luffy doesn't have the manpower to do this. Buggy might, Shanks might, Blackbeard might. I don't know. I guess I'm kind of talking myself down from the ledge. Like, there has been things set up, you know, that Luffy's got the Grand Fleet. No, Luffy can't actually be expected to act as a Yonko. See, this is the real point. I think Luffy could be, like, they could trick people into thinking that Luffy is an appropriate replacement for, like, a Kaido or a Big Mom temporarily. But challenges will come. Luffy doesn't want to be a hero. Luffy doesn't want any responsibility in his life other than, like, his own crew. As I continue to bring up, if someone declared war on Fishman Island right now, Luffy would not go back. Or what it really means is Oda would not write the story in a way that Luffy needs to go back because Luffy is the freedom man. So the responsibilities, it's like a free extra bonus that Luffy is getting without getting any of the drawbacks. It's like Sanji getting the Germa powers without having the fucking drawbacks of, like, the lack of emotions. Oda's just giving him gifts for free, you know? So, yeah, but between the Grand Fleet and all of the places they've liberated, they have a ton of credibility. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm kind of talking myself down that, like, it kind of does make sense that Luffy would develop a reputation. What with, I mean, specifically I'm thinking of, like, if word got out that, like, Bart was attacking that one Shanks Island, maybe he even captured it, you know? Buggy is Shanks' equal. Buggy, it's just that Luffy doesn't actually have the responsibility to be a Yonko short-term or long-term, so he better become King of the Pirates quick, which luckily he will, because this is the shit. They're going to address how all 4 Yonko are members of the Clan of D. Well, that's not true. Oh, wait. Okay, right. Good meme. Very funny meme. I guess it's Red Hair D Shanks, Buggy D Clown, Marshall D Teach, Straw D Hat. Right? I believe those are their names. Unironically, Buggy has more land and a bigger industrial complex under his control than Kid and Law. If he allied with other Shichibukai, this could be justified. Right, I guess that's just the thing about Buggy. We haven't seen what he's done since it was declared that, you know, fucking, that the Shichibukai were disbanded, right? And so somehow he acquired more power, he's acquired more land. I don't find it totally hard to believe or whatever. I guess it's just, you know what it really is? It's a little bit of like, wait, Luffy barely beat Katakuri. Things have spiraled, right? Things have spiraled. Luffy barely beat Katakuri. He's not ready for this stage. And, like, all these reasons have been going back for, like, a long time. Like, he's not that strong. Oh, now he's Gear 5th. He's a literal god. He awakened his fruit. He's stronger than everyone. He is a literal god. If Buggy was challenged at any moment, Buggy isn't an Emperor's New Clothes situation. If he was challenged, his empire would crumble, but it just hasn't happened. So, like, relatively long term now, he's been able to survive just by, like, reputation alone. And that's kind of the gag of him, so it kind of works. But, like, again, this is like an intersection of jokeness with, like, actual political stakes in Wano. Or in One Piece, rather. So, like, I feel a little bit of uncomfortable tension between those two with Buggy. You know? I don't think I'm alone. I'm alone with this. I agree, I like Buddy, but the joke has just really gone... the joke has really gone beyond what I thought it was going to. But, I mean, here we are. If he fails soon, well, here's what I actually think, Animatic. I think that, like, One Piece is not going to last that much longer in universe. In reality, it might take 5, maybe more years for Oda to wrap it up. I mean, who fucking knows from here? I think it's actually probably going to be less than that. You know, that whole five-year thing, who knows? Well, joke piece has to be balanced with, you know, stakes piece. You know, I'm just saying, I've always said there's a balance. Comedy and seriousness, and Oda has always done it really well. And I love me some comedy piece. But, like, we're not in the kiddie leagues anymore, you know? Like, what if Luffy, as a joke, just went Nika mode and went and killed every member of the Gorosei and said, ha ha ha, I won, I'm Pirate King now. Like, okay, haha, funny joke, whatever. And he does it for a bit. Okay, funny joke, but, like, that would be shit. That would be a shitty ending, you know? So we're going to find out, we're going to find out. The weirdest thing to me is that the Yonko is now completely composed of new age pirates. Well, I mean, Oda has been talking about like new pirates sweeping in and taking over from the old. So like it is a time of upheaval in the system. And again, like in the quote unquote real world of One Piece, would it be likely for like all the old guard to fall like so quickly? Not really, no. It's not like super likely that would happen. But like, what is the manga that is One Piece? It's the story of the most important pirate since Gold Roger, Monkey D. Luffy. And he is going to cause the whole world to go into upheaval. And again, it luckily coincides with events like Blackbeard's rise and, I guess like Buggy's accidental fumbling to the top as well. So like, there's some coincidences, but like for the sake of a story, I think a lot of it can be explained. But again, I just want good explanations. We're gonna see more about Buggy soon, I'm sure, and it's gonna be something. I don't feel this is that Hackta. Oh yeah, why is it Buggy and not my man Weevil? Was it Edward D. Weevil? I don't think he's actually a D. You know what I'm saying? Where's my man Weevil, whatever. I could understand them thinking Kaido is done for, but why do they think Big Mom is done? I mean, that is the other question. Are they really done? How do we know? Are they fucking dead, Goda? Are they dead, Hackta? Answer the question, Midda. Have some fun, Nate. What a... Fuck off. Fuck off. Nate, stop caring about things. I won't. I simply won't stop caring about things. And you know what? I don't want to be too much of an asshole. I know what you're saying. From your perspective... Embrace fun, Nate. Stop, caring in what this perspective would be overly about Stakes Piece. Buggy's a joke. It's a long-running joke. He's continuing it here. But I found it unbelievable that the man made it to Shichibukai. And now it's to Yonko. So it's like, it would not really make sense for Buggy to maintain this position long-term, considering how One Piece works. People try to kill Yonko quickly. How long can the facade go on? At some point, someone's got to challenge the guy, right? And again, I mean, he could last fucking 50 years in the position. It's possible. It's possible. Buggy is not a joke. Yeah. See, this is the thing. For a long time, a lot of you guys have liked Buggy's bit more than I have. I have really not been that warm to the Buggy bit. When that bat showed up at the end of the war, which I was reading chapter to chapter at the time, I was like, oh man, that's the Shichibukai bat. I remember that mention from earlier. We know what that lore means. He's going to be a Shichibukai. I was like, perfect capstone. And even then I was like, okay, this is a little bit crazy, but all right, whatever. He's the capstone. Again, remember people, it was hard to believe that Buggy would survive on the Grand Line. Remember that? I remember that. It was hard to imagine how he would make it through just being on the Grand Line. It's still unclear how he managed it. That's been a joke. That's been a joke since he first showed up there, So, who knows? Who knows? So anyway, I enjoy this. Frankly, I appreciate everyone. This group therapy session for me was good. I could work out some of my kinks, I did warm myself up to some of these things a little bit more. This is funny. It's for me, it's the old thing for me of Luffy is a little more powerful than I think he should be. His accomplishments escalated extremely rapidly from the end of Whole Cake Island to beating Katakuri, which again, he didn't even really beat Katakuri. Katakuri basically let him win. And now, I mean, who can oppose fucking Luffy on his way to the top? I almost thought that this chapter, it was almost implying that Admiral Man was OP as shit. Okay, well actually he's right here. He totally took out the Beast Pirates real quick. So it feels like they're hyping up the admirals to be above the level of the fucking Yonko. That's how it feels now, because it feels like Kaido went down kind of easily, and Big Mom too. So Aramaki is my new best friend. Akainu. Oh wait, did I skip over that? I just wanted to go back to his talk about best character, best admiral, best man. Let's read this again. Where did he say it? He said it... Okay, here we go. This is what I wanted to read. Yeah, speaking of our boy Akainu, or whatever, Aramaki, whatever, fuck off. I've always... Speaking of Sakazuki-san, don't tell him what I'm up to. Got it? See ya, as he's on Wano. I've always dug his style. No half measures. Presses nuke to kill all potential. Like, you know that he's thinking about Ohara. This is exactly meant to remind us of Ohara and how Rokugyu, thumbs up, totally approves of nuking all those innocent people on Ohara. He's clearly a dick rider. He wants to... In fact, his motivation is kind of underwhelming. Like, I'm kind of hoping for more from this guy, because he's just like, yeah, this is me. This is me in One Piece. They finally put me in, just riding Sakazuki's dick day and night. Fuck pirates, man. They gotta go. I'm all about that Seigi. Aramaki is now my favorite admiral. Takuto! Like, one day ago, you were talking about how Akainu was your boy, and you deeply love him, and you're the biggest fan in the world. Oh, how they betray us quickly. Okay, let's wrap up here. I love this man. What else did he say? I'm itching to get his approval. Sakazuki, our boy. I can see it now. He's sure to give me an attaboy if I bring in this brat's head. So he's gonna kill Luffy. He's gonna bring him. I hope we get like a cool little fight thing. Maybe it'll be like a Akainu moment, or rather an Aokiji moment, where he's like, I need he's still my boy. Oh, Fleet Admiral. Right, okay, of course. Forever an admiral in our hearts. Buggiest Emu, absolutely. We need that fat attaboy, sure, for sure. And we see, Luffy's doing the eye bulge thing. Nika, can I get a 1? He obviously planned this eye bulge. Nika chapter 1. Yeah, he's got that attaboy justice. That's my man. Green Bull is going to be curb stomped. I think that they're setting up him to be very strong, because like Oda at this point just took down fucking Yonko. Who can challenge Luffy? It's time to introduce some opponents. For real, we need that shit. So I hope that's what he's doing. Okay, so we're done with the chapter, everybody. I think that's going to be doing it. Planned since chapter 1000. There you go. All right. So, okay, we got some stuff. The Admiral's like some actor from... Aramaki is a pun on seeding. I mean, we don't even know what his power is exactly. Some kind of plant, seed thing. He's got those fucking magic fingers. Some guy named Harada Yoshio. Okay, that's cool. I'll look that guy up more sometime. His tattoo means something, blah, 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 whatever. Okay, that's fine. That's for looking up the Wikipedia pages. They're changing the Alabasta stuff. Arabasta, and then Alabasta shows up in other places. Whatever. I don't care. Oh, we're still committing to the holy white thing. Now, see, again, I just want to say, this is bizarre that, like, they chose to go with a picture, and I know they're doing it. It's plot relevant. It's deeply undermined. The Gorosei would allow this to happen, but, like, it would be really hard to get this picture of Luffy in the form that he's only in, like, literally one time in his life. Maybe his wanted poster should look like he looks all the time, not that one time only. Ancient Zoan model Venus flytrap. Yeah, that could be Aramaki or Green Bull, Ooh, he does look cool. Ooh, this looks real nice. Yeah, my man. Death River Heart Inside. I know those kanji. I know them all. Dude, since starting to learn kanji, I've been doing it steadily for like 3 months now. I was doing it a little bit before. I knew all these kanji immediately. Shikawa Shin Naka. And I'm sure it's pronounced in some other way, but whatever. Death River Heart Within the heart? I don't know, something like that. Look at that blood. Jesus, he just fucking killed so many people with his pokey little things. You can't even see most of Law's face on his poster. Yeah, but at least it's him, and, well, nah, I mean, that's okay. That's pretty good. I mean, as a matter of fact, the wanted posters, I guess I'll say this for Oda, they've always been kind of terrible, and you would be much well served by having, like, more of, like, a full body profile than, like, a close-up on their face, So, I guess I'll give Oda that. Like, they're a little bit rule of cool with the poster themselves, so, it's not the worst thing in the world. And Green Bull's looking good. I appreciate that they're making him look really strong. That's good. Oh, based in America Pilled, my man Buggy salutes the red, white, and blue. Now look at this. This color guy has, like, Luffy's skin not white here, but this one does have him white. Which is it, cowards? Pick a side. I just want to let you know that the state rarely prints wanted posters. They set a public bounty that's published at the discretion of the printers. Morgan's was just using the picture because the appearance looked mystical. And also he might have been specifically fed that information by, like, that agent guy who's, like, trying to go against the world government now. So, yeah, I'm prepared to believe that there's things going on. Oh, dude, I didn't even notice this until it was colorized. That, like, wherever he steps... Oh, you seeing this? Like, plants burst up? Ricardo-san! Yeah, my man. I want to see it in black and white here. Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, he probably... Like, a lot of people have talked that, like, he's probably going to do this thing that's, like, bursting up this fucking... like, Wano's, like, dead, right? So having the Green Man who could, like... revive it into like a jungle or like plant life come back to life there would be like a really good way to like do some stuff here. Same way that I feel like he might be doing a thing like Aokiji did at the end of Long Ring Long Land, where he like created that ice bridge for that people to use, you know. Glad Luffy's God mode ain't yellow like Super Saiyan. Yeah, I'm glad he did something a little different with it. Now unfortunately I got my tattoo on my covering my entire chest of Gear 5th Luffy, right underneath a big Chapter 1, Gear 5th Luffy, Nika Man. I say, I am Nika Man. That's what my tattoo says. And it's got yellow-haired Super Saiyan Luffy. So, like, I'm thinking about getting that changed. But, you know, I think I like my version a little bit better than Hacta's. So, for that reason, cope and seethe. My tattoo is really based. All right, we're done here, folks. It's time to wrap it up, shall we? What do the Peanut Gallery have to say? Peak foreshadowing. Yeah, okay. Okay, all right, here we go. You know what? I'm convinced. Wait, come on. I just wanted, please. You know what? When you put it that way, when you put it that way, boys, can we get a B for Buggy in the chat, please? Can we get a B for my man Buggy, who is based in Clownpilled, who dabbed on the Marines, who dabbed on the Shichibukai, who dabs on the Yonko? You know what? I like me some Buggy, man. I like me some Buggy. I thought his gag's a little stale, but it's pretty. You know, it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. What can I say? All right, you love to see it. All right, everybody, it's that legendary part where we have to decide if this chapter was Goda or Hacta. The time has come. Ooh, you're in for a rough ride, everybody. Okay, because there was just a lot of Hacta this chapter. It was just it's just off the charts. Shanks, including that character, Hacta. Buggy, absolute Hacta right there. Slapping my man Luffy, Hacta. Referencing this since chapter 1, Hacta. Green Man. Pretty Hacta. Oh, next arc, nobody expected it to be a peak Buggy arc as Luffy defeats the god himself, or will he defeat him? You know, and become the main character that we always dreamed of. We'll find out. Okay, it's time to vote. Let's see what the people have said. Okay, let me pull up the voting thing. Okay, how do I do this shit? I have to click on choose prediction. Yeah, okay, here we go. Let's pull this. Oh my god, look at the stats. Look at the stats here. All right. Okay, one sec. Let me make sure it's working properly. Are you seeing it? Okay, there you go. The people are saying Goda. All right, and you know what? I'll give you this. Wano's over, right? We're in post-Wano arc now. And oh, I love it. Next week, Goda's definitely going to retcon the retcons, and it's going to feel great. It's going to be real exciting. So based on this, let's see, 3.5 people. Like, a couple people put it in. 17 people versus 87 people. Oh, it's a tough one, man. The people are wrong. People are wrong. Let me think about this for a moment. Let me consider the details. I love democracy. However, when something threatens democracy, you have to give me all the power to control. 4 weeks break is a perfect time to reread all of Wano. You know, Wano is not totally done. I want the lore dump. I'm not going to reread Wano until the lore dump comes, you know. We're going to do other stuff in the meantime. Wano is not over. The ending lore does matter. Okay, this is Democracy Manifest, which is why democracy is obviously cringe. Takuto betting another 110,000 buckaroo bits, or rather 100,010 buckaroo bits. The people put it all on Goda this time. Oh, wouldn't it? Okay, but okay, you guys love Fun Piece, right? You like subverting expectations, right? You like not doing the thing that makes sense logically. Wouldn't it just be really funny? Wouldn't it just be really funny if we put it all in Hacta, right? Wouldn't you guys clap? Wouldn't you guys clap? Wouldn't that be so funny? Wouldn't you all laugh if it all went to Hacta right now? Wouldn't that be so funny? Wouldn't that be so subverting expectations? And you would all clap. You would all kneel. You would have no defense. You would have no... You'd say, based in Clownpilled, Nate. You're such a trickster. You're such an epic jokester. That's what you would say. That's what you would have to kneel and say, Nate, you are the greatest trickster of all time. Do you feel like do you feel uncomfortable now? Do you feel in a self-defense situation? Here's my question. What are you going to do about it? I'm the Joker, baby. Okay, based on all these facts, there was some notable hackta. There was some notable hackta in this chapter. But we're going to give it to Gota. All right, everybody. Don't show this shit again. You win, Gotas. You think you're so fucking cool. All right, you think you're so fucking smart that you're voting on Gota. My mortgage coins are down the drain. All right, hey, not the worst chapter I've read. Hey, events happened. We're rolling out of Wano. Like, the things that I don't like are kind of a consequence of all this fucking Nika bullshit. It's gonna be with us till the end of One Piece. It's not like it ruins One Piece or anything. The buggy stuff, while the joke comes a little bit of the logic of the series, hey, unlikely things happen. This is still Fun Piece, right? We can't forget that fact. So, look at Buggy. Look at that grip. Look at that gorilla grip he's coming with to just destroy your fucking soul. He's definitely got Conqueror's Haki by now. He's gonna just shatter you with his sheer confidence. Since chapter 1, baby. All right, everybody. I think we're done for now. I think I've got to go. In fact, I've got things I've got to attend to. It's been a pleasure, everybody. Shanks is now the senior most Yonko, guys. He's been doing it. When did they say? Did they say like 6 years ago? I mean, there's got to be some serious instability, at least in the new world on the Grand Line, But we'll see, man. Fuck those other guys. Oh yeah, wait, where are his gloves? Does he have skin color? Oh, okay. I think this is just the color guy, right? Okay, he just miscolored it. He does wear gloves all the time. All right, everybody. It's been fun. I'll see you soon. And just FYI, no stream for the Kingdom Hearts guys on Sunday because I'm away from my battle station. And there will be a stream next Friday. We'll see if something comes out. If that lore dump from Oda comes out. If not, we'll do more SBS or figure something out. We got 4 weeks, baby. We got 4 weeks till more One Piece. Oh, and real quick shout out. I finally found a character in Kid's Crew that I kind of like more than these random edgy guys. There's an angry little lolly girl. We saw Saba. Oh, you know what? Let's talk about Saba real quick. But there's an angry little glasses fucking lolly girl who it's just oh, you know what? That character is a little bit more than just a generic edgy boy. She seems kind of cool. It's oh, the crew is now being fleshed out with personality. Damn, look at the rack on this girl over here. Jesus Christ, she's busting out of that. So, excuse me. So we'll see. Yeah, this 4-week break was definitely planned since chapter 1. Is there anything to say about Sabo being right here? That